And I do have my theories on why the coming out scene wasn't as bad as people say, some details that could have been missed, especially in Volume 2. Number 1, the Duffer Brothers. There's lots to say about them, some good and some bad. But recently, they confirmed that in Will's coming out scene in episode 7, Mike realized that he was Will's crush. They wouldn't say that if it wasn't going to come up later. Korrasami is from the animated TV show The Legend of Korra, and it's a queer ship of the two female main characters that don't get together until the very last episode after a major love triangle with the 2 male main characters. I'm thinking that's what they're planning to do with Byler. Have repeatedly said the show is made to be analyzed, and the queer and not queer subtext found everywhere in the previous seasons and even Volume 1 of Season 5 have to be there for a reason. From what we can assume, there are 2 world-related plot lines that will be used for the finale. Camazotz, Holly and Mr. Whatsit, and the final plan with the radio tower breaking into the abyss. There was also a potential Kali and Elle side plot that I feel will be important. The main characters have all been resolved except for Kali and Elle, and also except for Mike Wheeler. So, there's 3 different plot lines that we know of: Camazotz, Radio Tower, and Kali and Elle, and that's supposed to be only 2 hours of content? I think there will be another, if not multiple, relationship/character-based side plots, and one of them will definitely be Mike's point of view. This could be where he gets Vecna'd like fans have theorized, maybe even where he realizes the lie about the painting. The Duffers have confirmed that the painting comes back, and specifically that it will affect Mike.
The painting on the wall! The painting on the wall!
Noah said that he and Finn have plenty of one-on-one scenes. I don't think the Duffers or the cast would lie about that much. You have to admit, no matter who you ship, that if the Duffers give no explanation into Mike's character, then he'll just be very confusing. Yes, Will did refer to Mike as his Tammy when he came out, but that just makes the possibility of Mike's arc even more likely. That just leaves Mike Wheeler, the one who we have no idea what he's thinking about, whose mind has been closed off to us for as long as we can remember. If every character is going to have or has already had an emotional arc that resolves their inner turmoil, Mike has to have one too. I know Volume 2 might not seem it, but the Duffer Brothers are brilliant writers and know what they're doing. They've had the ending of Season 5 planned from the very beginning, even before Season 1. But after Randy Haven's statement about Cutscene Gate being false, I've backed off of it. I'm not entirely sure if he's correct or not, but I'm not going to freak out about it until after the finale, only if there's obvious plot holes.
Friends? No thanks.
What?
Best friends.
Oh my god. Aww, it's cute though.
Alright, come on.
We got like 2 hours left.
That could mean that at some point, Mike will need to reassure him that he loves Will back to keep him safe from Vecna. While Will is listing things he likes to do with his friends, he mentions going to Melvald's for malted milkshakes, even though in this time period, Melvald's is a convenience store. However, it was a diner in the 50s when Henry Creel was alive. That could mean Will is still under Vecna's control somehow. First, I think the finale will give Mike some sort of arc. We've been told he'll carry a lot of emotional weight and that he'll potentially have a monologue.
It's okay, it's okay. Oh, Mike?
I've said this before, but if Mike isn't in love with Will, his character makes literally no sense. Disclaimer. I'm realizing now after writing this that this prediction is so very specific and basically a fanfic if this doesn't become canon. Suffice to say, if this doesn't become canon, then I'll probably make a fic of it, talking about the other characters and theorizing about who dies, because I'm not good at that. I only know that Byler will be endgame.
But it isn't long before he finds his place there. And with that,
I'm gonna kill myself.
Mike knows that he's Will's crush, which means there's a chance he could already realize that the painting wasn't commissioned by Elle. I personally think he already realizes it. The rest of the finale I just can't quite predict in that much detail, but I do think we'll get a Byler kiss.
It's okay. Oh, Mike.
The snowball has to become an avalanche at some point, and I bet Heroes will be playing while it does.
We're saving it for the credits. That was the worst episode of television.
I think there's definitely some parts I'll get right, and some parts I'll get wrong.